Welcome. Today is Tuesday, August 4th, 2026. Coming up this hour, Virtual Beings, Briefing 1. Virtual stars and AI-driven characters are reshaping film, TV, and music. Virtual Beings, Briefing 2. Virtual beings scale through new platforms, creation tools, and commercial products. And finally, World Models and Meta-Anduril Briefing. Meta ramps up its superintelligence push amid fierce hiring wars and fresh world model research. We begin with entertainment and media. The AI short drama, The Laid-Off Girl, has attracted over 200 million views on a single platform, and its two AI leads, Fang Taozi and Zhou Yiheng, have opened independent social media accounts that accumulated over 500,000 followers in less than a month, sparking a complete fan ecosystem. The AI actors, Juan Yan and Rong Jiqiao, from the comic drama Deep Love Invades the Rest of My Life, have officially announced a second collaborative project and launched merchandise, with a promoted bracelet selling over 10,000 units. And Way TV has begun broadcasting fully AI-produced series in its prime evening slot, with the 20-episode work, The Tale of Tauhio Pond, achieving a viewership rating that ranked 10th nationwide. Morpheus Studio generated an entirely AI-produced action sequence for the K-drama Agent Kim, Reactivated, which debuted at No. 1 on Netflix's global non-English TV chart and reduced production costs by more than 60% compared to conventional filming, according to Studio S. ByteDance's AI creative platform Dreamina has globally launched its Seedance 2.5 video generation model, which supports up to 30 seconds of continuous video and up to 50 reference assets to maintain character, scene, and style consistency for creators. SOOP has expanded its optical motion capture studio rental program to 4 locations across Seoul, Gyeonggi, and Incheon, providing professional operators and raw data to streamers with 3D humanoid avatars to support virtual production. Gaming and virtual platforms Roblox has revealed a new avatar compositing technology called Slim to allow more complex avatars to run on low-end Android devices, as part of its broader push to make mobile the primary surface for game creation using its AI-powered Build tool. The Build tool leverages generative AI to let users create experiences conversationally, and in New Zealand, where it is live, more users are creating through Build daily than through the traditional Roblox studio. Virtual reality platform VR Chat is being used by Christian organization crew for missionary outreach, with staffers using avatars to build relationships and discuss spiritual matters in immersive online spaces. Marketing and advertising AI influencers are being used to target specific demographics, with one named Jennifer Carter described as a beautiful blonde American AI influencer cashing in on menopause fears. How Louder Marketing has launched a generative engine optimization service to help B2B companies earn citations in AI-powered search tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Perplexity, optimizing content for large language model retrieval. Companions and social interaction, Intuition Robotics has developed LEQ, an AI-powered tabletop robot designed as a proactive companion for older adults, which can greet users, suggest exercises, remind them to take medication, and facilitate communication with relatives. The device has been in use since its beta program in 2019, with a subscription model starting at $40 per month, and is deployed through programs like the New York State Office for the Aging. New York State has enacted a law prohibiting companies from offering AI companion chatbots to anyone under 18, with fines of up to $25,000 per violation. A national survey found that 72% of teens have talked to an AI companion at least once, with many confiding in chatbots for emotional support or mental health struggles. A judge in Australia issued a cautionary tale about the dangers of befriending AI in a case where a litigant relied on an AI chatbot as an industry expert and produced AI-generated documents that could not be verified, leading to the dismissal of his claim. Sam Altman faced online backlash for suggesting that parents use a new ChatGPT product to generate a personalized morning podcast for their children. Avatars and Digital Humans Unit Limited has announced the alpha release of Dava 1, a generative AI model for digital human avatars that enhances realism and emotional expressiveness by generating avatars from a single image or video and using speech-tone-driven streaming. 8 alpha program partners described it as a generational leap, and a beta release for paying clients is scheduled for September 2026. Unith operates in a digital humans market it values at up to us $10 billion. Sharon Osbourne defended plans to create a life-size AI digital avatar of the late Ozzy Osbourne using Proto-Luma's holoportation technology, stating that the project was something Ozzy himself supported for a decade. Former Georgian President Mikhail Saakashvili announced the creation of his digital avatar from prison. CoreWeave is providing the specialized AI infrastructure using NVIDIA RTX Pro GPUs to power Anarm's development of photorealistic, real-time AI avatars with sub-second response times. The company Virtual On has advanced its digital resurrection technology, combining AI and holography to create interactive digital humans of historical figures for museums and attractions. Zukunftworks won an award for its AI production, the Lagrange Shade, which uses its proprietary AI-Vis pipeline for virtual production. Actress Jacqueline Fernandez launched an AI avatar to share personal stories and thoughts. Buzzy has launched a dedicated resource page for the Seedance 2.5 video generator, integrating it into a platform that allows for text-to-video and image-to-video creation within a single production workspace. Sports and live events. The 2026 New Mexico Open Golf Tournament will feature an AI broadcast personality named Duff Foreman, created by Gopher Hole Productions, which is designed to engage in live, unscripted discussion with human hosts during coverage. The BBC, ITV, and Shure are exploring the future of immersive live music streaming, with concepts including remote audiences appearing as holographic or augmented reality-style entities inside a venue. Enterprise and industrial reimagine robotics has emerged from stealth with an AI robotics platform developed by former leaders of Google DeepMind's Applied Robotics team, which allows factory workers to train and correct robots directly without specialist programming. In early deployments, the system reduced the time to prototype a new robot behavior from about 1 day to 10 minutes. The U.S. Embassy in Nigeria warned that edited passport photos are causing visa application delays by interfering with biometric verification systems, as even minor alterations can change facial characteristics that automated systems rely on. The European Union's AI Act transparency rules are now in force, requiring that chatbots, AI agents, and digital avatars clearly inform users they are interacting with an AI system. Automotive Toyota has developed an AI digital twin avatar of its chairman Akio Toyoda, which was interviewed by Automotive News and discussed a future for man and machine collaboration. General Motors is rolling out Gemini AI in millions of vehicles, allowing natural speech input for controlling vehicle features, and is planning a deeper proprietary AI assistant that will integrate with vehicle telemetry and predictive maintenance data. Hardware and wearables EssilorLuxottica reported a 15% rise in first-half adjusted operating profit, driven by strong demand for AI-enabled smart glasses, including Ray-Ban Meta models. The Meta smart glasses, which feature a camera and Meta AI assistant, have sparked controversy with critics labeling them pervert glasses and raising significant privacy concerns, particularly regarding non-consensual recording. Apple is reportedly planning to introduce its first smart glasses at the Worldwide Developers Conference in June 2027, with a focus on health and fitness features, though these capabilities are expected to arrive gradually over years. The glasses may lack a display and rely on audio cues and a connection to the iPhone, and the company is testing designs that omit a camera to address privacy concerns. We begin with platforms and marketplaces. A new wearable avatar atmosphere system called Vapor Spectra was listed on the Second Life marketplace by Fierce Labs. The product is a customizable atmospheric engine that layers dynamic vapor effects, animated colors, and synchronized lighting onto an avatar. It includes 6 particle VFX styles, such as plume, mist, and spiral, alongside signature color themes like frost core and ember veil that transition through three color palettes automatically. The system is designed for everyday avatars, photography, roleplay, and immersive environments, and supports all avatar sizes. Next, enabling technology. Alibaba officially released QN3 8 Max, a multimodal model containing 2.4 trillion total parameters and activating 95 billion parameters per inference via a mixture of experts architecture. It supports a context window of up to 1 million tokens, enabling sustained reasoning across large codebases, lengthy videos, and complex long-horizon tasks. QN3 8 Max is available through QN Cloud with OpenAI and Anthropic API-compatible interfaces, and Alibaba plans to release the open weights on Hugging Face and Model Scope, marking the first open-weight release of a QN Max class model. In demonstrations, the model ran autonomously for up to 16 days on a software engineering project, completed a 125-hour machine learning research, reproduction, and improvement cycle, and scored 93 on Paperbench. And finally, products and vendors. 60-Minute Creator launched as an AI video generation platform that lets users connect their own API keys from FAL AI, Kai AI, and OpenRouter instead of purchasing platform credits. The tool generates finished, composed videos with automatically integrated B-rolls and supports reusable influencers, AI personas that creators can set up once and reuse across all their content. It also includes bulk scheduling capabilities and MCP connectivity for control via ChatGPT and Claude. We begin with Meta Superintelligence Labs and Talent Wars. Alexander Wang, founder of Scale AI and Chief AI Officer leading the newly formed Meta Superintelligence Labs, laid out his vision in a speech at YC Startup School 2026, framing the moment as a once-in-a-civilization opportunity. Wang described a zero-based reconstruction of Meta's AI efforts after joining, candidly stating that Llama 4 did not follow the trajectory Meta needed. In roughly 9 months, his team built and released Muse Spark 1.1, the lab's first major proprietary model, which in April 2026 replaced Llama as the inference engine for Meta AI, a product reaching 3 billion people across WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook. Wang emphasized talent density as a compounding advantage, an operational model closer to scientific research than to traditional internet product development, and a core vision of personal superintelligence as an amplifier of individual autonomy. The lab's growth is set against a backdrop of aggressive financial commitment and workforce reallocation. Meta guided 2026 capital expenditure to between $130 and $145 billion, a figure that would mark the largest single-year capex leap in tech, driven by data center build-outs and orders for some 3 million H100 class GPU units. The spending is explicitly tied to Meta Superintelligence Labs and core AI infrastructure. On the people side, Meta ended 2025 at 76,834 employees, then executed a 10% reduction announced in February 2026, affecting roughly 7,500 roles concentrated in recruiting, mid-management, and engineering functions, not directly building AI products. Second wave in March 2026 cut approximately 600 additional recruiter roles. Mark Zuckerberg defended the cuts as a flattening of management layers designed to redirect compensation toward AI hiring. By April 2026, Meta Superintelligence Labs had reached approximately 1,300 researchers, engineers, and product staff across offices in Menlo Park, New York, London, and Paris, organized into 3 pillars: foundation modeling, applied AI for the family of apps, and long-horizon superintelligence research. The information reported that Wang brought in dozens of senior hires from OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google DeepMind during his first year. The broader competition for elite AI researchers remains ferocious, with Axios reporting in August 2026 that even billion-dollar startups and industry leaders are struggling to hold onto talent. Next, World Models Research. Alibaba's location-based services platform AMAP published a technical report in July 2026 describing its open-source interactive world model, A-Bot World Zero, which can sustain a single continuous session for 24 hours on one NVIDIA RTX 5090 consumer graphics card. The key method, called long forcing, extends supervision to the later portions of long rollouts where prediction errors compound, pulling the model back toward a stable world distribution rather than simply asking it to recall earlier frames. The team reports 720p output at up to 16 frames per second with roughly 1.2 seconds of latency, and released the full 24-hour record as a seekable timeline alongside the training corpus of 30,969 action-conditioned video episodes. The work, licensed under Apache 2, is aimed at lowering the hardware barrier for embodied AI research and game development. In China's intelligent driving industry, world models and physical AI have become the dominant technical debate by mid-2026. The architecture has moved beyond pure end-to-end imitation learning, which struggles with long-tail scenarios and physical reasoning, toward systems that predict how a scene will evolve before selecting an action. Huawei's WEWA2 architecture combines a cloud-based world engine using diffusion generative models to create dense virtual training scenarios with an on-vehicle world action model expected to deploy across more than 80 vehicle models during 2026. NIO's world model can simulate 216 potential scenario evolutions within 100 milliseconds, and after pushing the system to hundreds of thousands of vehicles in early 2026, urban navigation-assisted driving mileage rose 92% and duration 116% month-over-month within 3 months. Complementing the simulation-oriented approaches, Geely in April 2026 launched a cockpit driving integrated super agent called Super Eva, achieving global first mass production on the Zeekr 8X by deeply integrating a native large models understanding with self-developed voice engineering and vehicle-side control. The industry convergence trend sees VLA architectures, world models, and end-to-end systems as complementary components of a future multi-model system. End-to-end handles the direct perception-to-control pipeline, physical AI supplies understanding of gravity and inertia, and world models serve as a rehearsal engine for consequence prediction. Mind AI, a publicly traded Korean AI firm, disclosed that its physical AI revenue surged from 42 million won to 2.648 billion won in 2025, representing 27% of total revenue. Co-CEO Choi Hong-seob announced a government project to develop a physical AI world model in collaboration with LG Electronics, targeting a domestic foundation model applicable to manufacturing sites, with a public unveiling and a proprietary dual-arm robot planned by the end of 2026. Choi said the company will shift to a service-based model next year, handling data collection, remote operation, and model training rather than simply selling robots, and reported that project contract sizes from manufacturing, construction, and defense sectors have expanded 3 to 4 times. And finally, people and hiring. Alexander Wang's dual role heading both Scale AI and Meta Superintelligence Labs featured prominently, as did his public comments on cultivating a contrarian internal compass for navigating the AI era. Meta CFO Susan Lee identified component prices for high-bandwidth memory and AI chips, accelerated data center schedules, and power and cooling upgrades as the 3 main drivers of the record capital spending. Mark Zuckerberg used Threads posts to frame the February 2026 workforce reduction as organizational flattening rather than contraction. At James Madison University, interdisciplinary professor Philip Frana offered media availability to discuss emerging AI developments including world models, AI agents, personalized assistants, persistent memory, and ambient AI as elements reshaping learning, work, and decision-making. The talent war for elite AI researchers intensified across the sector in mid-2026, with OpenAI, Anthropic, Meta, Thinking Machines Lab, and Google DeepMind all competing for a limited pool of senior research staff. That's all for this hour's briefings. You can help improve this broadcast by supporting patreon.com/mendiBot. Thanks to all our patrons listed here.